Hi and welcome back to the channel, and today we've got a really interesting watch to review from British watchmakers Gekota. Gekota are an independent British company that was started in 2009, and today, 16 years later, they've lined up one of the most interesting vintage appeal chronometers that I've seen in a long time. And in fact, I've featured it in a previous video, and you can see the details above if you want to check that out. It's just £449 for a Spanish pink classic chronotimer. Well, I've reached out to the company founder and managing director, John Quinn, and he was ready to put his money where his mouth was and send me one of the watches to have a little look at, and I've been wearing it all week. So let's get into it. Okay, so this week was a week of Chinese first for me. I turned 46 this week, and my 18-year-old son took me into London to see a comedy show, and we had a great time. We went and saw Jason Leong at the Shaw Theatre, and I was just happy not to get robbed of my watch in King's Cross, if I'm being absolutely perfectly honest. Anyway, I guess China isn't famous for its comedians. It's probably up there somewhere with Russia and Germany for having a reputation of being laugh out loud funny. But I totally recommend Jason Leong because that dude is absolutely hilarious. Actually, he took a flight from Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia to Paris, and a train from Paris to London just because of the situation at Heathrow Airport over the last few days. And he went on stage just hours after arriving in London with zero sleep. So what a professional. And he was amazingly and incredibly funny. And I sat and watched the show wearing this really gorgeous Gekota chronotimer, which, by the way, was really excellent in the context, completely on point for the whole vibe of being smart, cool, casual, not trying too hard. It was great, and I realised that this is the first watch I've worn with a Chinese movement. It's a hand-wound TY2901, and it's absolutely great. And I had such a great evening, and all jokes aside, going into London with a watch on your wrist these days is a concern, specifically to people who have saved hard and built a collection with one or two pieces that really cost some money. I mean, I have watches in my collection that are definitely worth more than my car, but also because my car is a piece of shit that's more than 9 years old. But the Gekota is superb because it looks amazing. It's a really nice wear, and for the price, I definitely wasn't going to fight off a London gang member to keep hold of it. Now, I want to apologise to John Quinn at Gekota Watches, because if I got robbed last night, it would have been a you problem very, very quickly indeed. So sorry about that, but thanks for lending me the watch for review. Cheers, John. So first of all, unpacking this watch was an experience in itself. It's delivered in a zip-up double watch case here, like this. And I praised Golby Watches a couple of weeks back for investing in packaging that actually adds some value to the watch. And Gekota are absolutely on the same page. This is both an attractive and considerate way to deliver a watch. I was really impressed. And taking the watch out was no disappointment. In fact, quite the opposite. Looking at the website, I thought that the watch looks good in the images, but could it really deliver against that for the price? A £449 hand-wound chrono, it's got to feel cheap, hasn't it? I mean, I'm a terrible watch snob. I'm a terrible watch snob. I'm shocked what you get in here for this price. I mean, genuinely. Now, I know that people can do incredible things these days, putting out three-hand dive watches and also even GMTs. But somehow, I just thought that chronos were just going to be too much for that challenge. And yet here we are. Okay, I just want to interrupt this video. And ask you to click subscribe. Just click subscribe. Just give me a like, click subscribe. You have no idea how much that will help me out and what a big difference it will make to my channel. Thank you. Back to the video. The case weight is 95 grams on the strap, measuring 41.5 millimeters across the dial, with a depth of 12.35 millimeters. The design is kind of square, to sort of cushion-like, and it's got a traditional round dial. Beneath a flat sapphire crystal, you've got anti-reflective coating and a dial that sits on 2 layers with applied polished indices coated in BGW9 luminosity. Now, if I've got any criticism for this watch whatsoever, I would say that the luminosity could be better. Definitely could be better. The dial has a sunburst copper like finish, which is described as Spanish pink, and it's like an aged kind of bronze appearance on the case. Only it isn't. It's steel that is IP rose gold plated, and the outcome won't discolor or patina in the unfortunate way that sometimes bronze can. The case itself is well finished with beveled and polished edges, and it's partially brushed elsewhere. Maybe it's because I've been wearing stainless steel for so long, it just feels different. The blues on the dial correspond to the Spanish pink with a really nice, tasteful level of cooperation. It's easy to read, it's subdued, and it's casual. The 2 subdials show a small seconds hand to the 9 o'clock position and 30 minutes at the 3. The pushers are classic pump style, 1 to start and stop, 1 to reset. You get a firm mechanical click that feels reliable, solid, and full of purpose. The crown pulls out to set the time and pushes back in to wind the movement. This is a self-wind watch, not an automatic. So a bit like an Omega Speedmaster in that regard, you'll be advised to wind it daily. This is a tactile experience. You feel the resistance. The crown has a lovely texture with small teeth that your fingertips can easily grip. And let's talk about the strap. The lug width is 22 millimeters and it arrives on a Stanway Vintage V stitched Horween Chrome XL strap. I received the one in the natural leather, and this is a handmade strap, and they retail for about £100 each if you buy them separately. It has a strong but flexible quality, smooth texture, and it's immediately comfortable. I threw it on like a pair of old shoes. I expected it to be stiff out of the box, and it wasn't, but despite the fact that it's clearly brand new, it felt like an old friend. The strap is tapered both in width and thickness, down to an attractive rose gold plated buckle that is marked Gekota. Now, if you check the website, it'll tell you that this strap is made from Crazy Horse leather, which is tanned in Germany. I don't know what Crazy Horses are, to be honest. Anyway, you flip the watch over and you realize that this is possibly the best. This is the treat. Okay, you're gonna love what you see. I wasn't ready for it. Hand wound movements are just special, and this one is delightful. You flip the watch over and you catch yourself. You stop for a moment. you just look at it. It's like a perfect handful of mindfulness. This watch should just be sold specifically to people who are prone to anger management issues, to temper, or to anxiety. People who need something that just gives them a bit of peace. It's tiny, it's immaculate, and it immediately reminds you why you fell in love with watches. And it really doesn't have anything to do with price, hype, or fashion. If it reminds me of anything, it reminds me of a kind of a 1930s Hoya chrono. But it's not a clone or a homage. It just has the same sense of class and style. You know, I will pull a watch to pieces if I think it needs and it deserves it. My recent video on the Breitling Endurance Pro, which I'll put a link in, surely stands testament to that. And I'm not keeping this watch, I'm sending it back, but I'll be sad to see it go. I think Gekota have got this watch absolutely right. It is brutal to be in the independent watchmaking business these days. And I've said it before, that everybody wants to be the new Christopher Ward story, or they want to land a studio underdog piece. Not all micro brands are equal, and not all independent watchmakers are creating pieces that are worthy of your time or your attention. But Gekota are very much for real. What would be my nearest competition for this offer? Maybe the Baltic Bicompax 003 with the salmon dial, which is about the same price but isn't available in a rose gold finish, and that watch is being discontinued in April. I'm honestly struggling to come up with something that ticks all these different boxes in terms of appearance and everything else. Maybe you want to get in the comments and give me some alternatives and we could actually figure this one out. So there we have it. It's a £450 chrono bargain that delivers the whole package. And I'm really, really fond of it, and I'm hugely impressed. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. And give me an idea. If you've got one of these watches, let me know what you think about it. Okay? As always, I'm really grateful to you for watching my videos, for keeping track of things. I need more subscribers to help me grow this channel. Please click that subscribe button. Give me a like, and stay in touch with what I'm doing. Okay, I'll be really, really grateful for you doing that. In the meanwhile, I'm going to have some more content coming out. I'm going across to Glashütte in Saxony, in Germany, real soon, and I can't wait to share the video content from that location. I'm so excited about that trip. In the meantime, you might want to catch up with one of my previous videos, and then I will catch you in about a week's time in the next one. Bye for now, guys.